Have you ever studied really hard for a test, felt super confident, but then a few weeks later, you can barely remember anything? It is a common experience, but there is a clever learning trick that can help you remember what you learn for much longer. Review intervals in spaced repetition are the specific, increasing amounts of time between reviewing information to help your brain store it in long-term memory. Instead of cramming, you review material strategically, making sure you revisit it just before you are about to forget it. This method works because it taps into something called the spacing effect and the forgetting curve. The forgetting curve shows that our memory of new information fades over time if we do not review it. Spaced repetition actively fights this. When you review something just as you are starting to forget it, your brain has to work a little harder to recall it. This effort strengthens the memory pathway, making it easier to remember the next time. The trick is to gradually increase the time between these review sessions. For example, you might review a fact after 1 day, then 3 days, then a week, then a month, and so on. The exact intervals are often adjusted based on how easily you recall the information, making the system highly efficient. To put this into practice, you can use flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet that have built-in spaced repetition algorithms. These tools track your performance and automatically schedule your next review session for each card. After studying a new topic, make flashcards for key concepts. When you review a card, mark whether you found it easy, good, or hard. The app then uses this feedback to determine when you should see that card again, extending the interval for easy cards and shortening it for hard ones. This personalized approach makes sure you spend your study time on what you need most. The power of spaced repetition lies in its adaptive nature. It is not a fixed schedule but a dynamic one that constantly optimizes itself based on your individual memory. This means you are engaging in active recall, which is a far more effective study technique than passively rereading notes. By intelligently spacing out your reviews, you are essentially training your brain to retain information more efficiently, making each study session more impactful. Think of it as smart studying, not just hard studying. By understanding and applying spaced repetition with its intelligent review intervals, you can move away from last-minute cramming and instead build a solid foundation of knowledge that sticks. This approach leads to better grades, less stress, and a deeper understanding of your subjects, ultimately empowering you to confidently recall information whenever you need it for quizzes, tests, and beyond.